Save game outdated. Your save data is out of date. Please start a new run to continue. Okay, yeah, we were still playing a preview version. Now it's actually the game has been released. As you can see, it's 2.0 now. So yeah, let's do exactly that. Brandon the Director, unlike the other characters, Brandon the Director does not suffer permadeath when the car is destroyed. Also has extra core health. Okay, that makes sense. And that's actually the beginning one. So let's do Brandon the Director then, since we don't have a choice. For Canon car variant standard. For remote control. Time while playing as this character is designed to run, it typically fails current mission. Okay, I really like that. There are not enough games that have permadeath in them that give you the chance to play the game normally if you want to experience the story or just want to have fun with the game mechanics. That's really nice. First time play tutorial? Nah, we already did that. Through. Is this coming through okay? Fantastic. Well, there's good news and there's bad news, Speed Racer. Bad news is you burned to death after the explosion with your vehicle. You were caught in the middle of a green turf war. Whoops. Almost lost you there. Do remain calm or this genetic mind reader won't be able to work. It contacts your brain to a computer. The reason we have this conversation, so we want it at maximum efficiency. Oh, related to that, some more bad news. How do I put this delicately? Your brain, in a jar, space, space, Slight change in body chemistry detected, couple cc's, morphite, copper in, should keep you nicely balanced. Balanced chemically. Physically, you're balanced on $3 in a jar. The brain interference computer thing means that reaction can be performed remotely by this sophisticated bioelectromagnetics, or feeling that the equipment I put you up cooked you up to here, sure you might feel as if you're living in a nightmarish unreality where death is your only escape. Where was I going with this? Right, but you can do a bunch of stuff you used to do in your previous life. On that note, the fact I found you in an Interceptor makes me think you worked as a sanctioned operative. The Highway Warriors, you see, taking out in calks on the ZBC cover-ins, nightly news. Though you're a little more than a human brain with wires sticking out of it, you can still command your car, read the highways you're battling on, interact with the terminal like this one, and communicate with others. You just can't touch anything. Data question mark? Oh, that's our character. Oh yes, the good news. Because you do I wish they kind of told you stalking, because I didn't actually catch on the dots for your character. By the way, oh yes, good news. Because you're able to do everything you used to do as a sanctioned op, you've been determined to fit for work by U.S. government intranet. Additional bad news. This does mean that legally the state the state is no longer responsible for your well-being, and you only support yourself. But for a plucky person like you, that's no problem, right? Huh, there goes body chemistry change again. Well, let's take some money. Just pick a mission, hit the road and rewards, alright. Very nice. Fuel storage, there's an ongoing fuel shortage in the Big Empty. As you complete missions at the cost, fuel will gradually escalate. Your goal is to complete objectives before the price of fuel becomes too high to afford. Failure to do so will leave you stranded without fuel, ending your run. Ah, the one thing you care about since stuff means nothing. Interesting. So essentially, do the best you can. Basically, do the best you can. Don't suck. If you suck, you're gonna run out of fuel eventually. So yeah, would you like expenditure overlays on each screen? Yes. All right. Yes. This stuff, which is hard for me to read, but that's fine. You make money, pay cash to complete this objective. Gotcha. Okay, is this coming through okay? Alright. Missions. We got the... Yes. We got the tutorial down here, and that's pretty much it. Intercept, let's start. Nice and easy damages. Oh, killing more robo trucks. I mean, they cause me so much headache, and the beta. And also, we are not white and red. Casey, nope. Oh, it's holographic. Okay, yeah, this is the full release version. Actually, the other one was near release, and it's why I was supposed to get. You know, the reason why I was not supposed to have a. You're not supposed to review it yet. Color me that green, a bit darker. Main colors, nice and blue. My good navy blue there. Oh, that's a fine looking machine. A fine looking machine. Oh, you just make that thing white. Actually, there's probably it's hard to read in white. Oh, nice light, a nice cyberpunk light blue works. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's do a simple intercept. Let's go, as Marty would say. And by the way, since you all seem to love this game, I'll be playing it a ton. I'll still take breaks to play the game, though. Oh yeah. Even better than last time. Well, guess what's our thumbnail? Oh yeah. Oh, that's a plane. Jeez, wonder what will happen here. I mean, I'm waiting for people to show up. Okay, prepare to engage. Lock on weapons. He's going to be in our lane. So laze him. Oh wait, no, laze him. Yeah, there we go. Machine guns away. Laser again. Starting nice and easy. Is this the boss? No way. Full speed and boost. And machine gun. Ah, physics. Laser. Get on that side. 5 bombs away. Nope, that was just a random dude. But yeah, you definitely see how far the game has come, but then again, that was mostly press stuff anyway. Okay, that's out of range. Oh, yeah, nice. Oh, the laser is nice and visible for the turret. Actually, keep going and then watch this. Oh, never mind. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of those games which, be it are a bit rare nowadays, that have actual betas. And everything has definitely changed much for the better. But then again, those were again mostly press release betas anyway. I mean, actually, no, that was an invite beta. Never mind. There you go. The laser doesn't penalize you for firing immediately. I should keep going. Because we're gonna pipe bomb delivering everything out of them. And turn, brakes. Laser. Brakes. Yay, now they just go forward. That's so nice. Oh, that was clever. That was clever indeed, you jerk. Just come. Laser right. Oh, it's just gonna be me and this guy in the back as the back in the pack. Okay, so the AI no longer wants to get past you. Just stay behind this guy and just laser right. Oh, run behind, run ahead. Ah, the lasers show are saying the machine guns are aiming at them, but physics still exists in this world. Ah, the laser was being silly. We weren't physically done shooting them. Slow down. Machine guns. Oh, that guy was easy. Okay, so not every car takes 9 million years to actually destroy, which is nice. Let's go faster. Hit the super booster. Bombs away. And laser 8. Brakes! I mean, if we can go 200 miles an hour, if we have fins in our car, it should make sense that we, laser 8, do that. It does make sense for us to have really good brakes. Oh, this guy's still mine. Bombs away. Laser 8. Oh, he's aiming at laser? So laser requires your full attention now. At least more so than it did before. Hit the super booster. Oh, there you go. The laser. Yeah, the laser really wants your attention now. Yeah, they're finally giving us stuff to defend the world ways with. Oh, we're going to get a triple. Let's get. Oh, there we go. Nice. Oh, 2 lasers. Pipe bombs for effect. Actually, get in that lane, and now brakes. You know what? Let's laser rate this dude. Oh, not yet. Not that. Right click. Get the gun around and laser rate. Laser rate. You actually are going to machine guns? Actually, yes, we are. Oh, that was nice. But the guy getting in front of us kind of threw me for a loop. Okay, laser. You're done. Laser and machine gun. There you go. Boss time. And let's repair. Do we have laser maintenance cost? And get the laser on the target. And brakes. Go, 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 go! Laser 8. Machine gun 8. Oh, you have a rocket launcher. And boost. Oh, sucks. It's gonna suck for you because you're going to get the 3 bananas. 3, 2, 1 bananas away. That wasn't what I think we planned, but that's fine. Might as well laser you because you exist. Brakes. Yeah, I mean, it's not like your classic game that would kind of be like this, where they would still be moving because that's just how things work. Like, everything's in constant motion because it's just how games were back then. Because of throwing limitations and such. Laser on target, laser go. And we're done! Success! Suck on it! inspired, safer and less eventful. Yeah. Let's try killing time. I'll whistle review. Zip Drive arcade game is you can read if you like. Because I'm just not in the mood to read things today, sorry. Other than story stuff. I mean, of course, if the world was like this, and it was very 80s, there will be arcade games, and there'll be arcade games about this very thing. You know, just like how in the last decade there were tons of Middle East based games because that's where all the action was. If you want to say it like that. Complete objective, yay, making money. Welcome back. I forgot to say, my name's Quinn, the biosurgeon around here. I couldn't go to medical school or get a fancy degree, but I became the best and only doctor around after I paid I paid for my own medical franchise via the Gentech copyright representative. I couldn't find any matches for your name in the database, and you managed to get other medical details erased. You fancy, Dan? That screams station up to me. Oh, and on the subject of names, I'm just going to call you Casey. Because, well, why not? I'm assuming you can't remember your proper name, right? Or so we lead him to believe. The whole amnesia thing is partly because you were involved in that car accident, but mostly because I chemically induced it. Forgetting about horrendous mental anguish after a serious incident is the best way into a productive society. That's my theory, anyway. Yet in your case, it seems, but in your case, I guess it's the mean you don't know anything about your past, and there's no way to find any loved ones for you to fill details. Whoops. Anyway, what I can do is catch you up on what you missed during your long-term snooze. First question. What year do you think it is? Oh, you're about 30 years out, buddy. It's 2025. April 9th. April 9th. Which, by the way, 2025 is the final year of the, like, 7 months or so, Third World War in their story. That's interesting. That in this universe, the world is already exploded. But in their story, it's when the world started fixing itself. And the World War started in 2024. But because of the interference of Der and CS, inventing tons of railguns, power armor, heavy tanks, orbital weapons, massive siege railguns that fire over thousands of miles. You know, stuff like that. Battleships, super heavy tanks. Kind of caused the World War to end quickly. Effectively, CS is their story equivalent to Einstein and Red Alert. So yeah, and just in general. But anyway, you're out catching criminals in the mid-90s, when the likes of the Go-Go Boys were showing it up on TV, and Red Harvest was a firm fixture in Los Angeles Channel 23. Boy, I used to love that. Noel Gay V12 of hers had a poster of the car and Harvest on my wall. Of the car and Harvest on my wall. But now the Go-Go Boys are Go-Go gone. Red Harvest went into hiding because she couldn't handle the publicity. Channel 23 doesn't exist anymore, and for that matter, neither does much of Los Angeles. Oh, wouldn't did the fact that you see a random plane tail sticking out in the middle of a desert, that probably wasn't a desert originally. Everything changed though. Corporations run every element of the country. The president is still a celebrity with political aspirations, and supply and demand are still the dominant laws that govern society. Fuel is getting more expensive by the day, that with reserves drying up and pipeline taxed by terrorists and getting cults hitting robot truck fuel convoys. Oh, robot trucks are the good guys. Or can be. Interesting. And also notice that, this is a weird, it's 1980s dystopian cyberpunk, very 80s thing. 90s have its equivalent too, which is just near future, which is just 2040 near future stuff, which is what Ace Combat 3 is, and its world, which retroactively Namco put a bunch of games into the Ace Combat 3 universe. So I love it's actually in Ace Combat universe now. But yeah. But regardless, like stuff like that. Also another example would be Ghost in the Shell actually, because that was 90s, right? I'm pretty sure. And stuff like that. But anyway, so, and then there's also 90s as well, Tiberian Sun and Tiberian Dawn, which took place in a world, which Tiberian Dawn definitely took place in a world like this as well. Or the 90s equivalent of a world like this. Which I've always loved these, I always loved the 90s equivalent of the setting. 80s I always thought was cool. I always liked the 80s, I always thought the 80s, this nonsense was cool. Have always preferred the 90s equivalent, and I kind of made my own version of it in their story, which you can check out in the description below the line. You'll get a Google Drive where you can get the lore and the books I'm working on. But anyway, it's dangerous world out there, especially for sanctioned ops like yourself. You won't want to cover your data assets, weapons, armor, and a better engine. It all helps give you an edge. Actually, let's get Kid out right now, okay? Yeah, I was going to. Look at 41 money. Wins finances. Okay. I'm just saying the shop's open now. Okay. Do we got time for one more mission? I mean, all the missions take 20 minutes. I don't think so. We're armor plus? What does this do? Increases armor stings the car rear. No, what do we get? Grenade launcher. No, I just like the starter kit. That's actually really good design. If you can make the starter kit what you really want to use, and you kind of trying other things, although that may never be, that may or may not be a good thing. Actually, oh wait, there are different types of. You see it over here, turret slot, front slot. Yeah, that's very hard to, this cuts out the symbol, and it's very, very small. Like on my TV, I can read it. I have really good eyes. On my monitor, which is on my laptop monitor, which is 15 inches, and a good 5 feet away, I can barely make it out. Of course, if you can read it on TV, that's the best you want in the computer game in terms of size, because that's the worst case scenario. If you can read it on your TV, then you can definitely read it on any monitor. But still, it's too small. I wish it was in the top right corner. I didn't even notice it in the previous until now. So yeah. Maybe have it here where maybe. Oh, actually, no, it has the symbol here. So maybe have a big T and have a big F on this, a big T on this to match up with that, or something, because these aren't as obvious as they could be. What they are. I mean, although I guess what you're supposed to do is scroll over this, look at the center of the screen, and read all the stuff, which is cool. Some games don't even have that. So I guess it's fine, but still. But yeah, no, let's buy armor. Armor's what I care about. Oh, very nice, Casey. That is certainly going to maim and slash or kill people much more effectively than your previous mission. I mean, actually, it's kind of armor, but sure. All in self-defense or the pursuit of murderous criminals, of course. And just like guns, all missions you'll take on are made equal. People will no doubt come to you during the next phase of your career looking for different results. Someone might be looking for you to dot. I'm looking for a tactful way of putting this. That doesn't just straight up say how scheduling corrupt function ops can be. Dot. Well, dot. Maybe someone might want you to recoup damages done to their business by leveling the playing field against someone else's business. If you catch my drift, or they may ask you to recover a piece of data that they strongly believe is morally theirs, even if legally that is absolutely not the case. All of this is to say that whatever jobs you take on, you should read the objective you've been provided before waiting on the desert. So let's practice our basic reading and comprehension, shall we? Indeed. By the way, I think that's loading. I think that's either loading or saving. I'm not quite sure. Probably saving. Oh, right, but oh no, that's just a random thing. Never mind. That's just coolness to get you in the experience, immersion. Just like in Command and Conquer, because all the Command and Conquer games, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but they're all supposed to be taking place on your computer. Like, for example, in Command and Conquer, the player is supposed to be just the general who logs onto their computer, and opens up their their encrypted software to connect to wherever they need to connect to, wherever the command is. Hence why it says "Welcome back, Commander." All the HUD of the menus look like the same HUD as the in-game stuff like that. In fact, in Rare Alert 2, if you notice, sometimes when you are supposed to be standing, in the live action, in the cutscenes, they actually move you as if you're a camera, because you are a camera on you're a camera on some sort of bipod or movable shelf or something. You're not supposed to be a person walking around, so they don't even try acting like that is what you are. Same thing with this, and I just love this aesthetic. You're logging into your computer and you are, controlling this all remotely and stuff like that. I just love that. And overall, yeah, the game is definitely improved since the invite beta. I'm gonna deem it in my rating system of invite, press, public. Not rating system, but classification. Yeah, classification is what it would be. But anyway, so yeah, I would say invite. It was an invite beta, so. Yeah, it definitely come a long way, and I still commend it. I commend it more now because everything is much more polished, and yeah. So if I were you and feel bad about missing out on the beta because the game is just that much better, of course you like playing betas to see what the game was like beforehand, like I do. So I am truly honored that developers send me keys to play the betas and show them to you all. So yeah, alright, so that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks again for developers sending me a key and inviting me to their beta. And yeah, this game is still definitely worth it. It's just gotten more polished over time, as any game should be, from going from beta to the patch just before release to release. And this game just generally shows you how the development process normally works. Instead of developers sometimes giving you a very polished, very old experience, just for the public to test out service and stuff like that, and just effectively demo the game. As is the case with Battlefield, Call of Duty, stuff like that. But Battlefield does use their betas as actual betas. Halo definitely does, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just nice to be a part of this experience we all share. Alright, so, we all share in the gaming community. Alright, by the way, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Again, you can check out their story in the description below. It's also this, I mean, it's not an 80s aesthetic, it's a very modern, maybe not modern because I took steps that aren't, like to me, if you say modern, I think it's stark, at the very least. Like, for example, take Discovery, for Star Trek Discovery, as much as you may hate it or love it, it's dark. Like, the filter on the show is very dark, for absolutely no good reason. I don't understand why it's dark, other than it's to fit in with the modern aesthetic. Um, like, for example, the new Teen Titans show, not Go, the live-action one, is made overly realistic by the fact that the characters aren't anywhere similar to the. Basically, they're human. There are just the human versions of the normal Teen Titans, which is interesting, although they're not supposed to be human versions. And the show has its own continuity that's weird, and it's very dark and gory for really no good reason other than it's the modern aesthetic. So basically their story in Libertas Publica bucks that new tradition right off. It's happy go lucky. It's very Halo like, very Halo Battlefield campaign like. It's not that dark grittiness. Like, it's kind of like this, kind of like Fallout when Fallout. Wait, like, funny thing is Fallout is dark, but it's not dark because they put a dark filter on it. It's it's fun and happy. It's just it talks about dark elements a lot. Has dark elements in it, which is interesting. Which is why I like Fallout and don't like Game of Thrones, despite them having pretty much the same thing going on. Pretty much, if you take like the random based elements and stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah. So you can check that out, and yeah, I mean in 2025, that was the end to World War III, which saw no nation being neutral, and the war could have continued for at least 4 years or whatever I deem it to be. Whenever I start writing my fourth book, I think. Um, basically, basically showing the war from their point of view, beginning to end. And it could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for her bringing up Green&Blue and getting the Grand Unions to unite in unity and stuff like that, to fight against the evil Eastern Coalition, who united a ton of bad actors, as some people would say, together into a Grand Union. Grand Unions are pretty much European Union, NATO, stuff like that. Like that kind of thought in their story, and basically waged war with every nation they've ever hated. So yeah, and the world fought all over the world, including America and even Switzerland. Yeah, Switzerland, the one that, like, for all of its hundreds of years of existing and being freaking neutral, that no one attacked it for some odd reason. Finally, the Eastern Coalition decided, oh wait, the Swiss, they are known for their banks, so let's go rob some banks. So basically, in order to get into the middle of the European Union, they would invade from space with their suborbital transports and stuff like that, drop pods, and invaded Switzerland and stuff like that. There's also the war started by stealth ships showing up in the San Fran Harbor, and trying to invade America from that and stuff like that. Also, the space invasion of America. Not Red October, the other one. The one with the Wolverines. You know that one. We all know that one. Red Dawn. Think Red Dawn, but with drop pods. And suborbital fighters and bombers coming out of orbit, transports trying to get beachheads all around America. And they fail, but stuff like that. Like, that was what World War III was like. Also the introduction of it. Also the reintroduction of heavy tanks and super heavy tanks, with the Abrams probably being a heavy tank at that point in the classification system. But probably not. It's probably going to be upgunned and up armored by something else. But yeah, just general introduction of power armor and stuff like that. So yeah, like that's like the backstory to the first book, which the timeline is not as rigid as to say that my second book is an actual sequel, or that book with the World War III is an actual prequel kind of thing. They take place before and after, but they are no in relation to the story other than Dur's in it, kind of thing. But anyway, but in 2040, things have calmed down. World is at peace. There's some wars every now and then, but no more than a handful at a time. Um, Although the Eastern Coalition plots to take over the world with the help of the pirates, an organization that raids places, grabs their stuff, and uses its money to help go to go on their own means. The Eastern Coalition tries to get that one super weapon to go and invade the rest of the world. Which, by the way, ICBMs don't work anymore because there's the Reagan style lasers in space to stop that nonsense from happening. All right. By the way, that'd be it for Sam, and some of the factories just don't use nukes at all, especially with full orbital weapons that exist and that are more honorable because you can destroy them and stuff like that, and you can clean up the debris and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, so that'll be it for today. Also, don't forget to donate if you want to see not necessarily more games like this, but if you want me to be able to play on my mass computer, which should make it easier for me to make videos, especially modded videos and stuff like that. Can reserve my laptop for mobile use, and stuff like that. Which I need a hard drive, and hopefully Windows 10 will cooperate if I put it on hard drive and put it on clean hard drive. Hopefully everything will work. Also, it helps fund. It's my salary, so I can, or it's my, regardless, it's my income, so I can actually eat, have internet and stuff like that, so I can record for you all. So if you're interested in doing that, look in the description below the playlist below the line. You'll find the Google Drive you find the Google Drive to the Derverse, lore and books, and the Libertas Publica universe and book, and not really, really low right now, but it will be soon. Don't quote me on soon. But anyway, so that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. And donations, all of that. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess, see you.